us.
Good morning. My name is Ellen Talley from the U.S. Embassies.
In his first opening, so I'm going to switch to English now after that quite poor Japanese. My name is Alan Turley. I'm the Minister Counselor for Commercial Affairs at the U.S. Embassy in Japan. Now, my mother thinks that Minister Counselor for Commercial Affairs leads the morning prayers for rising profits and good business at the embassy, and that I also counsel businesses. Unfortunately, only the second part of that is true. My office does talk to a lot of businesses, and we help them solve problems. But the main job of the commercial service in the embassy is to enhance the trade, economic, and commercial relationship between the United States and Japan. And we do that through export and investment promotion, advocacy for U.S. companies, and commercial diplomacy. And as a commercial diplomat, I am delighted to be here today to join you at Q2B23 in Tokyo. I'm just so excited to be here. I'd like to congratulate QCware and QNIS KK on a successful event. This is really a pleasure. Now, I have a legally approved set of remarks from the Commerce Department. It took 2 weeks to get those remarks cleared through multiple offices in the Commerce Department. That prepared speech is suitably, excruciatingly boring, so I'm not going to use it. Please don't report me to the lawyers at Commerce that I'm going to ignore the speech that they gave me. But in 1899, a commissioner of customs in the United States, one Charles Dewey, said that he was the commissioner of the patent office, said that everything that can be invented has been invented, which is a pretty dumb thing to say. That is a great quote. You can find it quoted many times on the internet. Unfortunately, it has the one defect of being completely untrue and made up. The Commissioner of Patents never actually said that. What the distinguished Commissioner Dewey actually said in his remarks to Congress in 1899 was, and I quote, "Our future progress and prosperity depend upon our ability to equal, if not surpass, other nations in the enlargement and advance of science, industry, and commerce. To invention we must turn as one of the most powerful aids to accomplishment of such a result." That is not quite as dumb as it sounds, and I'd like to say that not much has changed in the 120 plus years since Mr. Dewey spoke. The Commerce Department's 2023 National Export Strategy, which is really the cornerstone of the Biden and Harris's administration mission to invest in industries of the future, underscores quantum computing's critical importance and is one of the 10 transformational export areas for the United States. What that means for us is that my office wants to promote quantum computing exchange and expertise between the United States and Japan. The administration has two main areas of focus in quantum computing. The first is responsibly driving the development of quantum technology, but while doing that, mitigating the associated risks. And let's face it, there are real risks to this technology. So we're going to be in the United States investing in new quantum applications, component manufacturing, and the advancement of quantum-enabling technologies such as photonics and nanofabrication. The United States is also focused, and I'm sure Ito-san will appreciate this, on education across all levels, not just at the university level, but at the technical level, to support the growth of a diverse and capable domestic quantum workforce. And with regard to protection, the United States is focused on prioritizing transition to cryptographic systems to quantum-resistant cryptography. And this is a huge priority for the United States. As many of you know, most of you probably know better than I, quantum presents a real risk to encoded data. So just over a year ago, in May of 2022, the President issued a call to action through the National Security Memorandum on promoting American leadership in quantum computing while mitigating risks to vulnerable cryptographic systems. So both the National Institute of Standards, which I work with in the Commerce Department, and the National Security Agency are developing technical standards for this transition, the first of which are expected to be publicly released in 2024. And as you can tell, that's a legally approved part of my speech, so you don't have to worry about quoting me on that. But America's commitment, I would say, to responsible quantum development and mitigation of the threats posed by cryptoanalytically relevant quantum computers is unwavering. Now, my first computer in my office was not a quantum computer. It was a Wang VS, and I'm really dating myself there. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of a Wang VS, but that's what the US Embassy in Japan used to use. And my first boss was famous for saying that the US-Japan relationship is the most important relationship in the world, bar none. My first boss was Ambassador Mike Mansfield, so I'm really dating myself back there. That was back in 1986 that he used to say that. The US and Japan, though, 37 years later, after I first came to Japan, still share common values, common interests. And one of those interests is supporting the responsible development of quantum computing while mitigating the risks of that technology. And my office and the rest of the embassy strongly support events such as this one, which bring people together for the exchange of ideas and information. But I wouldn't be much of a commercial officer if I didn't turn to business. And as much as I love academic exchanges and getting together and talking about this, my job, our job, is bringing companies together. We do a lot of events. We work with Japanese companies and American companies to help them understand what each other are doing, make connections. So if you're interested in learning more about that, don't talk to me. I'd like to introduce my team. Standing over there is Ross Bellevue, and Miss Morimoto, are you behind, is over there. They are the experts in my office who work in this area. So if you're interested in learning more about what we do, please get in touch with them. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a great conference. Take care.